Hello there, everybody. Welcome. Nice to see you there. Hello there, Lorna. A little twisted. Hey, welcome, Amy. Paranormal Pixie. As everybody's starting to slide in this evening. Hello there, Rebecca. We have some. Hello, Lori. Nice to see you there, Lori. Thank you for tuning in on this Friday evening. So Jennifer's got a little bit of problems going on down there in Louisiana because of some weather. We got All Witty, Christina jumping in. What are you playing? Magical Jumps? Gwen, I have no idea what's going on. Hopefully she's okay and not stuck in traffic or on a call. So Christina has jumped in to bail us out. Well, thank you, Christina. How are you doing?
Oh, fabulous.
Thank you, Christina.
Yeah.
I don't even know what we're covering on the show tonight, so this should be entertainment for all.
Yeah, so I'm glad you asked. Round of applause. So today we are covering Tracy Kroh, part 2. And who that is, ladies and gentlemen, is this fine young lady here. If I can hit this button and bring this picture up a little bit better. And yeah, Tracy Kroh's disappearance, 33 years of false leads, dead ends, and one mysterious old man. So, yeah. And so there's been a lot of controversial questions that has arose that Gwen knows a whole bunch about because this is in her hometown. Like her sister is alleged. Oh, wait a minute. All parties are innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. And this is entertainment purposes only, ladies and gentlemen. And before we go any further, we got to blam. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. Now we are covered all bases by the Bigfoot Outlaw. There we go. Allegedly, the rumor is that this old man went to court. Let's see where we can find his article. And Christina is actually pulling up all kinds of news articles for us, allegedly. Thank you. So let me close out some of the right. Thank you.
Are you sure I'm actually working over here, or am I just?
I have no idea. I'm just hopefully, hopefully you are. I'm just thankful that you're doing this.
Hey, right
now,
and
this guy right here, Tracy Kroh, murder suspect, 91, is unconscious during competency hearing. The reporter says that he looks dead. I mean, is that not crazy? So this guy here. What's that? So this guy, oh, there she goes. This guy right here, he admitted that he knows Tracy. He knows the family. The family helped build the garage on his property where he can work on cars. Now, allegedly, everybody in town said that he fathered Tracy's sister, allegedly. Now, we cannot prove that, ladies and gentlemen, beyond a reasonable doubt, but that is what the rumor is. Now, his son, this old man's son, thinks that his dad killed his mother, allegedly. I got to say allegedly, because the mother mysteriously died or something. And Gwen's got all the records on this or knows the scoop. Hopefully she'll drop in on this. But what's really weird is that evidently this guy has been brought up on other charges. Can you hear me okay, Christina? Am I sounding okay? All right, thank you. It says here that this decisive moment came when the video link with the state prison nursing home wing was established. Warfel's image flashed on a computer screen throughout a Dauphin County courtroom Monday morning. The 91-year-old has been named in court testimony and documented as suspect in the 1989 disappearance and presumed homicide of a teenager, Tracy Kroh, in Middlesbrough. But he's never been charged. In the prison video feed, the building white-haired man was slumped in a chair, eyes closed, unmoving, seemingly unconscious. He was wrapped snugly in a purple blanket up to his neck. He would remain this way for the next 2.5 hours. I mean, are you serious? 2.5 hours just sitting there? I mean, did nobody just not like check on him and see if he was like breathing? So, are you bringing Jennifer on for me? I hit her and yeah. So
this is why we don't have
hours sitting there
on the same show.
As lawyers gathered for the hearing, observed Warfield's appearance and near conatonic state. Now, if you all remember, on the last show, we don't remember, was it Alzheimer's or dementia that somebody said, yeah, he was going into, allegedly. So they were going to do a check on that. But Jennifer, he was in the chair for 2.5 hours wrapped in a purple blanket, not moving.
So we're talking about this. I don't know how much you guys have covered because I didn't watch the last show, but I do vaguely remember that you had showed me a picture of her, and I remember that when you showed me a picture of her, I was seeing the word Ford, and I think that's the one where I said I was seeing, like I was relating the color of the car to the lady from the Golden Girls, the color of her hair. Right. Is that the same one that we're talking about?
This is the same one.
Okay, yes, and I also remember that I said that I saw a field, like there was a large field, and I saw a trail on the field. And I don't know what the correlation of that is, but I also want to say how ironic it is that I actually did a one-on-one reading with somebody earlier today, and the year 1989 like popped up in my reading, and now I was just looking at the FBI's website coverage of Tracy, and I'm seeing 1989 again. So I feel like there's some correlations of things that are going on right now that are kind of popping up for me. I did pull up the missing person by cap alert that they have on her. Can
you pull up some videos for us too?
Yeah, I definitely can do that. I don't know why, but as you're saying that the old man was thought to maybe have dementia, I'm feeling like I'm connecting with him, and I'm feeling an out-of-body experience, which I know that when I talk to people about people who have Alzheimer's, I haven't really addressed the dementia thing too much with people, but with Alzheimer's, I've noticed that it's like the soul can disconnect itself from the body, right? Mm-hmm. And then they come back into the body. So it's almost like they're dead, but they're not dead. Mm-hmm. And I'm almost getting that same feeling with this guy. I'm also getting a lot of, the profound amount of problems breathing right now. Like I feel like he's got like some kind of lung condition going on. And I'm trying to connect to this, and I don't know if it's him or her that I'm connecting the lung issues with, but it's like something very heavy on the chest, and it's very, very hard to breathe right now. I feel my throat chakra closing up. So that's kind of where I'm at right now.
Okay. Let's see here. Let me get this off here. And let's see here. But it says here the allegations. So in 2019, remember he was on burglary, trespass, harassment charges with other cases too. Mm-hmm. Now, wasn't he also alleged with sexual allegations too, and some other charges as well?
Yes. And remember, we saw that video last week. I don't know if we can pull it up again. I think it was from just a couple years ago, where police interviewed him, and he says, I know who did this. I solved the case for you, and gave all these details to the TV reporter. Do you remember that?
Yes.
And so Christina, her belongings were filed. So she had a 1971 Mercury Comet that was found in the town square following the evening of August 6, 1989, but her belongings weren't inside. They were found 4 years later. 4 years. They found her wallet and driver's license, or wallet and National Honor Society card were discovered along Waconisco Creek off Rakers Mill Road in Washington Township, 9 miles from where the car was.
Yeah, crazy. And let's see here. And action here.
I'm actually doing as Grizzly asked. I'm pulling some videos. I'm trying to find some newer ones because I see that there's a lot with her, but
Yeah.
the newest one I can find, and if Grizzly wants me to do a screen share, I definitely can.
Yeah, if you want, a couple of old ones will be fine too.
Well, I found one from 2023. I'll go ahead and wait for you to do what you're doing, and then I'll do a screen share.
Perfect. Thank you so much, hon.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
When Tracy Kroh's sister Kim visited Mark Warfel in his hospital room, Warfel didn't know the woman he called Weedy was recording the conversation. Warfel had been friends with
To me,
Kroh's
ladies and
parents,
gentlemen,
Ivan
this
and
is what
Ellen,
I
for
said sound like a
years.
confession.
Almost immediately after Kim arrives, Warfel asks her for help getting a lawyer.
They put me in prison because I was connected with Tracy Kroh.
During the more than 2-hour conversation coordinated by state police and the Dauphin County District Attorney's Office, Warfel goes on to say he knows who killed the 17-year-old and claims he's actually the one who solved the case.
As far as I know, she was sitting up near the post office, near the studio.
He details what he believes happened in the Millersburg Square in August of 1989, blaming a man he refers to as Big Goofus.
Well, now let's put it this way. From what I figured it out, he talked her in to taking her for a little drive with her car.
Who was driving?
He was,
Oh, okay.
because the way Ivan said when the seat was back against, about the big goofus she was with.
Listen to what he just said.
Ivan said when the seat was. Ivan said when the. Ivan said.
What did he just say?
Ivan said when the seat was back
Ah.
against. Ivan said when the seat was back against. About the big goofus she was with.
Oh, okay.
So I put these things together.
Kim presses him for more.
Well, how did he kill her?
Or I would say he choked her. Because he choked her. Or I would say he choked her. Or I would say he choked.
Aye.
Or I would say he choked.
Aye.
Yep. He choked her.
Again.
Because she
Yep.
was so little.
Warfel doesn't say how he knows the information, but offers details.
He very likely put her in one of them mine shafts
What mine shaft?
up around Loyalton.
He explains the person who killed Tracy kept some of her clothing as a souvenir. Warfel tells Kim he's the one who told investigators where to find it.
I told him exactly where the clothing was. And he said,
Aye.
where is it? Well, I said, there's on the second farm, you look to your left, and there's a long walkway into the house. And they dug it up, and that's exactly where the clothing were.
We checked with the Dauphin County District Attorney about Warfel's claims. He tells us investigators never searched that property and haven't found any of Tracy's clothing. But in an interview last month, the DA told us that some of Warfel's statements on the tape are, quote, very significant.
Warfel maintains his innocence.
So if there's anything you'd like me to remember, to try and remember.
He also offers to help Tracy's little sister find closure. And Shannon, on your side, WGAL News.
Yeah.
If there's anything you'd like me to remember, and then he corrects himself, or try to remember. Hey, everyone.
Yeah.
Sorry I keep cutting out. Didn't say hi to everybody.
Absolutely. He probably smothered her. So the thing is, to me, ladies and gentlemen, it sounded like he was confessing. Now, the problem is, ladies and gentlemen, once you reach a mental state to where you are proven that you don't have sound mind, there's nothing the state can prove. The state cannot prosecute you. All right, Christina, what do you have, dear?
Here, let me pull up my screen share real quick.
And that's the problem, because so his wife, you know, everybody thinks he's whacked her, right? The son, Gwen was supposed to reach out to the son because the son said she thinks the son's probably going to talk. The sister, I love to talk to see. I'd love to get a DNA test. Oh my God.
Well, that's where I found that person who posted in their Facebook post that's alleging that this old guy is the sister's biological father.
Isn't that the truth? All right. If you can just
All
blow
right,
that
y'all
up
ready?
and act. Yes, ma'am.
Major new development in a decades-old investigation in Dauphin County. A home is now being demolished as part of the ongoing investigation into the disappearance of Tracy Kroh in 1989. Brian Munoz joins us from the newsroom now. Brian.
Alicia, for 34 years, investigators have tried to piece together what happened to Tracy Kroh, and for 34 years, there have been lots of twists and turns, the latest happening right now in Dauphin County. Police say Kroh was 17 when she disappeared in the summer of 1989 while walking from a relative's home. In all those years since, investigators have keyed in on one man, Mark Warfel, who's in his 80s and currently locked up on unrelated charges. But this week, state police say they are doing a, quote, methodical demolition of a house in Jackson Township that once belonged to Warfel, a house that's not far from where Tracy Kroh was last seen alive, and a house that troopers confirmed is part of their investigation into Kroh's disappearance. Officials say Warfel's family is cooperating and gave permission to level the building. As the demolition unfolds, Mountain House Road in Jackson Township is closed and will remain closed until it's complete later this week. I'll have more tonight on ABC 27 News at 7. In the newsroom, Brian Munoz, ABC 27 News.
Now, the building has been demolished, but I do have a video of it before it's been demolished. Now, to the right, if you see that garage, that is the building that Tracy's dad and family's built, remember?
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. Now, this one we have not seen. That's the house they dug up the floor in, remember, to see if they found the
I've been
clothes.
doing work on this property for about a year and a half or so to 2 years now. I came out around 8 o'clock. I was tipped off where we live right up the street. And my mother said that there was more cars down there. There were actually cars down there, quite a few of them last night. Police cars, investigators, the whole lot. They had what I presume was a landscaping tool over towards the shed behind you. They were.
You see the field behind there, Christina, leads down to the woods.
I actually took them to the house and showed them where things have been stolen, because this house is unlocked, but there's been multiple break-ins throughout the time here. The family that owns the property is the Warfel family. He has owned the property. His family built it back when he was very young, and I've just been keeping up on it for the past couple years. Nobody's visited the property aside from me for about 2 years. Mr. Warfel is now too old to come out here and visit the property. I just keep it looking nice. They took a bunch of things out of the shed behind you. They also took things from that black shed out, which is actually charred on the inside. I actually opened it up yesterday to show the officers around. The first time I opened it up in months, actually years. Inside is completely black, almost charred. You can definitely smell a burnt wood.
I gotta take this, Christina.
And
you know who it is.
Everything's just black. There were multiple tools in there years ago, but when I opened it up yesterday, all the tools were gone. I'm guessing the wooden handles were burnt as well.
Any idea who may have done that?
I do not know. I only visit the property about once a week or so it could have been anybody.
So the biggest thing that I personally pick up off of is that they were tearing the property down and they were going through it, but this happened 30 years after the supposed incident happened. So how much of the evidence has already been destroyed?
Right. Especially with the man living there until just a few years before they did that. But what's curious is, why did they demolish it when it's unsolved and they think the guy's a suspect? It's still really odd that they would have done.
Like I'm seeing that it's almost like they're wanting to make the trail go even colder. They have a man who isn't in his right mind. They tear down any type of evidence that could have been there. And I'm glad that Grizzly pointed out the trail right there in the woods, right? Because that's like literally almost identical to the scene that I was seeing when I was trying to connect to it. And I'm wondering if maybe there was evidence within the building that they tore down, but I'm wondering if the actual body or anything else was there in that field, or even like I'm feeling like I'm being told tree line.
Mm-hmm.
So
which would explain where her ID and wallet were found as well. I had a quick glimpse of two people involved, but she so she knew him. She knew the old man. Her parents built that house, and it seems like it's a small town. So, oh, Barb. So, it seems like they all kind of know each other, kind of thing.
Right. And I hate to say this, but you know, we end up kind of looking at a conspiracy theory, right? How many people were involved? Who brought her out there? Who tormented her? Who, like, what part was done by what person?
Yeah.
Yay! He's back and he's happy. That's a good thing. That was a good phone call.
Yes, it was. That was a very
All
good
right.
phone call. That was actual him that was calling. So
Oh, good.
we'll talk after the show. All right.
Okay.
So, so the house and everything on that property's gone.
Mm-hmm.
Right. That's
Well,
what we were.
except wait, the garage is still there, isn't it?
No.
I thought the garage was still there for some reason.
Mm-mm. No, gone. So.
And Grizzly, we were just saying how Jennifer mentioned, you know, they've torn down all of the evidence. Like, why did they tear down something that could have been an ongoing part of an investigation?
Well, so this is where I'm concerned, right? The house and everything doesn't owe any back taxes, right? Nothing mentioned about back taxes. The house is in standing order. Somebody's maintaining the lawn. Well, it didn't look like it in the picture, but we're not going to go there.
Yeah.
So the house has been vandalized, it looks like, and broken into a few times. But they really don't have any physical evidence tying him to any crime, right? So they really can't hold a court order. But my question is who made the call to tear everything down? Was it the county? Or was it the family?
Right.
Right.
That's
And
where
Barb
I'm not
asked,
seeing it.
Barb asked this question right here. She said they may not have had legal right to do it, perhaps, or excuse me, she said probably not enough evidence versus what the owner wanted.
Well, and here's my question. Was it a family member covering something up to save the family member from exposure? I'm just throwing it out there.
Well, I
You know
was
how
telling
people dig
Christina.
for stigmata purposes.
I was telling Christina I had a quick flash of another person involved.
Because let's say that he did father the sister allegedly, right?
Right.
What kind of stink would that cause if all this unraveled, especially in a town like that?
Right.
So what else would come out if he actually was involved with the killing of his wife, right? And this is where the son needs to come involved.
And then you wonder this, if he allegedly is the father of the sister, were there circumstances of that act? If he has a history of SA.
Yes, because he does have the signs of SA. And if y'all know what SA is, you need to type it in the comments, and I'll type it in there so we cannot say it.
And now that y'all are talking about this, and Jennifer and I already talked about that, it's probably like a conspiracy cover-up kind of story.
It could be.
It makes me wonder if maybe the old man is not as out of it as he is portraying to be, and maybe he's trying to cover up for his son. Maybe his son has the same tendencies as him. And I'm not, you know, this is just all speculation.
Yeah.
Entertainment purposes only, right? But you know, it makes you want to go down further into the family lineage, and you're saying, well, you know, he fathered her sister. what if the son had been upset about something or the sister had been upset about something and said that she wanted her sister to disappear? Like, I mean,
Well,
there's so many ways you could go
89.
with this.
So take 89, and we got to figure out how his son would have been at 89, right?
Well,
Was his
but
son even born?
Gwen was saying that the son does not talk to the father
Mm-mm.
and absolutely does not, they do not get along. He hates him.
Because he thinks that his father had something to do with the mother's death.
Right.
And then on top of that, the other allegations about the other, almost said it, SA charges or assaults or whatever with those other women.
Yeah.
So,
And Barb says right here, there are a large amount of incest in parts of Pennsylvania, but they have recently cracked down on it, and there are severe sentences and
well,
fines.
and Barb is from Pennsylvania, so she'll know. And also is that, you know, the guy in the nursing home, I forgot his name, Waffle or Wolfer, he was close with Tracy's mom and dad. Because Tracy's mom and dad was building the garage because they were working on cars and he was working on cars. And I'm just saying, you know, people do stuff and then, you know, whatever. So,
You know,
I don't know. Maybe they had a damn pineapple.
No,
oh Lord,
they turned it
mercy.
upside down.
One of the questions that when I got married here in Texas several years ago, one of the questions on the application for marriage that I thought was absolutely absurd, it asked, "Are you blood related? Is this person your first or second cousin?"
Hold up. What do you mean it's absurd? Let me tell you
Like,
something.
I personally thought that it was crazy because I was young back then, and I was like,
there you go. I muted you. It used to be when you used to get married, you used to have blood test.
She's just a youngin', Grace.
Married. Yes. Now unmute yourself.
I can unmute myself, you know.
Yeah, right.
No,
Take it from somebody who apparently collects husbands. I've been married. I'm on my third. Every time we had to answer that question.
Hey, I'm going to be a husband
I never had to
collector
have a blood
too.
test.
Yeah.
We didn't ever had a blood test, but we had to answer that question every time.
Yeah, right. So
Jennifer, don't feel bad. I've already been married twice. I'm apparently going to be going on my third one soon.
My first, when I got married to this one, my first husband texted me and said, "So apparently you collect last names."
Oh man,
I was like,
that's
apparently
dirty.
I do.
Amy says Grizzly was on an RH test. My parents did that. Guess where? Louisville. What? Amy, shut the front door. But no, because now people are marrying cousins, third cousins, second. I mean, it's like, what the heck? Anyways.
Are we going back to
Gwen, I don't know. Hopefully Gwen's okay. But so Gwen actually had a lot of dirt because Gwen knew, and Gwen was going to talk to the people and the prosecutor and stuff to figure out what she can find out. So at this point, unfortunately, we're just going to have to roll with it and turn it over to the psychics and see what they come up with. Because now this is where it gets tricky, right? Because people with abilities can tap into people with dementia or Alzheimer's because they're not right in mind, right? So they can connect spiritually with them, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just saying. Barb, check your Facebook Messenger. Anyways, so yeah, right. So that they can. But the thing is, hopefully Gwen can come on next week and let everybody tell their part, and Gwen come on the rear and tell us everything she can. So this gives Gwen another week. So Jennifer and I'll reach out to Gwen, be like, Gwen, hey, hopefully she's okay. I mean, don't get me wrong. Hopefully she's just working, and see what we can find out. And because Gwen's she said she's got a lot of notes on this, didn't she?
Yeah, she did. She did.
So,
and when I mentioned the fact that I saw that the man might possibly is allegedly the sister's father, she alluded to that she had some information about that. So We'll see.
Yes. But wouldn't that be nice if we can get the sister or the son or one of them or both to come on the show? I mean, that
Yeah.
would be astonishing. Or even the chief of detectives to speak on it, because that would be interesting. Because and I agree with everybody in the audience. There's more to this story than what's going on. Because let's just say that the sister is part daughter of the guy that is. I mean, is he even still alive? I mean, I didn't see anything says he passed. So early genetic testing. Yeah, Amy. Hell, I'll run down there to the damn nursing home and swab his ass real quick. I ain't afraid. All I got to do is to have him take a sip of water out of a glass, a styrofoam cup. I'm good. Or get it out of the trash can.
Yeah.
So and go talk to the sister and follow her around till she drinks or smokes something. I mean, how do you think people get DNA? So they're like, what? Grizzly, would you? Hell yeah, I would. Gwen's like Dick Tracy or Mrs. Dick Tracy. She's gonna watch this, she's gonna kill me. So I mean, wouldn't that be something that we found out and we send the DNA in? We got a DNA person. We got a polygraph person too.
That's true.
God.
Got a fingerprint.
Hey, if you're
or
watching
DNA
the show,
or a
ladies and gentlemen,
polygraph.
So yeah, but no,
Like
Christina,
Amy,
thank you so much. Huh?
Oh, no problem. I was just going to say, Amy's actually hitting on something that I feel like I should write down in my list of show ideas. She's talking about the RH strain of blood testing, which, that's kind of if you're RH positive, then you're considered to be of human stature because we came from apes kind of thing. And if you're RH negative, then they say that you're otherworldly. Yeah.
We come from what?
Where
we come from?
We evolved from apes.
But no, we didn't. We was made from ancient aliens, apes.
That's why I say that with the RH negative,
and we got a nut down below. What nut? I still can't believe you said that.
Oh my gosh, Jennifer,
Everybody's
he
like,
watches
"What?"
that at least 5 times a day. If y'all don't know what he's talking about, go look at it on his TikTok page. What did the guy say to the neck? Did you say nut?
Nut.
It sounded like nut. I was going to get a headphones and microphone for the shows, but if I keep mishearing stuff like that, we're just going to roll with it. I'm not doing it.
It's fun.
I know, right? And then Jennifer goes, Christina, translate. I'm like, oh, what the hell, Jennifer?
That was the best part of the show. And Jennifer, just so you know, if you get a headphone and microphones, it still sounds foreign when he talks sometimes.
Okay.
Stop it. Anyway,
I haven't lived in Arkansas in like 13 years. If I was living there, probably still
I live in Kentucky. What the heck?
She's saying she hasn't lived in Arkansas for 13 years. See?
Yeah, my ear for the accent would have been a little better.
Yeah.
Down here in New Orleans, they sound like a New Yorker trying to talk Southern. That's the traditional New Orleans accent.
Right.
What?
Southern with a little twist of French.
I can't do like Christina. Whatever.
What?
There you go. I did it.
She just did it. I can't do it. I don't know how she does it.
I give him a huff and a puff and a.
Whatever. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to submit this in. She says, allegedly they did the RH factor test because the mother is RH positive and the carrier is RH negative. But if they don't have a shot after the birth, they make unable to carry a child. Yeah, that is correct. Rebecca's right.
She is
100%
right. I know because I'm RH negative and I always have to get that shot. Don't look weird.
Where are you from, an ape?
No, I came from aliens. Thank you very much. RH negative means alien.
Anyways,
foreign species.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we'll submit this in. The psychics are all confused. They have no idea what we're doing. So they're like, why come we don't have a show today? And I'm like, we're doing it next week. They're like, why? I'm like, don't just, all right.
You'll find out.
So, yeah, right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in. And we'll catch you Sunday. We got a heck of a lineup for Sunday's show. And y'all have a great weekend. And from coast to coast, around the world, everybody, Godspeed. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.
Good night.
Bye.
you.